Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Hello, everybody. Let's get Philip on here.
Hey, guys. Welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition. It's been a little while, Jeff, hasn't it? A few months?
It's been a while. Yep.
Yes, I kind of miss doing this. It's always cool, especially when we get to get on here and talk about a new product that's come into the metal detecting world.
I think this new product is going to set the metal detecting world on its ear. Yes, as Nocta does a lot of the times when they come out with a new product.
Yes, you know, what it's exciting about, Jeff, is, you know, it doesn't matter what brand of detector you've got. The consumer always wins because the competitor companies go head to head against each other to try to build a better detector, and we all gain from that for sure. So
yeah, we do. You know, I think we're gonna. What we've got slated tonight is, of course, everybody knows that the Legend 2 is now out, and even better, still has them in stock. How many you got in stock?
I think I got 10 of them in stock right now.
And you probably got more on order.
Yes, and we got some deals going, and I'm not going to get in trouble this time by announcing them. If you want one of those deals, call me tomorrow. But I will tell you, I'm going to throw in one of my beach treasure pouches, and you're also going to get, but you know, if you pre-ordered, you got a backpack kit. But I pre-ordered for you, so that's coming. If you're into detecting with a backpack, that's an excellent backpack to go. So that's going to go to it. Plus, we're going to do a special price on it too. But I don't want Nocta to get upset with me, so I'm not going to mention it here.
As long as you sell detectors, they ain't going to get upset. And of course, okay, you know, the whole thing of it is, you know, Phil don't have them in stock. You don't need them. He's got them in stock where a lot of other folks don't have them. So if you want to have a question about it, carry yourself, and you're in the area or coming down on vacation or whatever, carry yourself into the shop. You can put your hands on it.
Yes.
And hear it and feel it and, you know, that type of stuff. And so what he's throwing in, not only you're going to get the pouch, which is a killer pouch, I'm telling you, yes, even if you're not a beach hunter, there's a lot of you that aren't beach hunters. So, but you can use that pouch even in the dirt because it's got a mesh bottom. Works great. You're going to get the coveted towel.
Oh, yes. You're going to get this. We're going to make you take the coveted towel.
That's coveted worldwide. They are in walls and on belts, metal detectors worldwide. And you're going to get a calendar if he's got some left.
Yes, until probably April, I have the calendars, and they're going to get a history calendar of the U.S. And the cool thing about the towel, Jeff, is, and I see this all the time, some people will put their finds on this side and post them, but other people, I can tell it's my towel because it's that yellow color, and they put their finds on it, post it on Facebook or Treasure Talk Facebook page. And that's just a really cool towel, but it's meant for you when you're out there digging in the dirt or on the beach, you need to clean your hands or your target, you got it right there with you. So awesome finds. And you know, it's cool that we've got another high-end detector out, you know, because people.
Yeah, well, this is the competitor. You know, Mind Lab has always been the high end. That's what they like to say. I mean, you know, Mind Lab is there, and the Manticore is a good detector. There's no getting around that. But I think the Legend 2 is going to give them a run for their money from everything I've seen. Now, tonight we have for you the goats. We got 2 goats and a Billy. The 2 goats, one's Terry Shannon, one's Fred Banke. They're 2 goats. And they're Billy, which is Chris Keitel from Doubloon Lagoon, who soon will be a goat.
Yeah, so, he's working on his goat ship.
That's right. And if you have not subscribed to Chris Keitel's channel, Doubloon Lagoon, you need to go and do that because it is a killer channel. He puts out really, really good videos. You can learn something and enjoy yourself watching them. So I think we need to quit blathering, because all three of these guys have been testing out the Legend 2. They've been testing them out in dirt digging as well as the beach, because a lot of people think just because Phil's in Tampa at the beach, there's nothing but beach hunting. That's nothing further from the truth. He is an old dirt digger. His heart lies in dirt digging for years. So you got a question about that and you're a dirt digger, he's got everything you need. He's got Excalibur shovels, diggers, you name it, and he's got it for you need. And if you need it, if you're going to get yourself a Legend 2 for the beach, make sure you get yourself a Treasure Talk Pro Sifter Titanium with the Myers Pro handle and his pouch. So
absolutely
from there. So let's get these guys on here.
Yeah, let's bring them on.
Okay, goat number one. The really old goat.
Now we should be saying that.
Hey, Terry. Now we got another old goat.
And he does this book.
Yeah, he's got books. And now here comes the Billy. There he is.
And that's his channel there.
There we go. Hey,
welcome,
Chris,
guys.
Fred and Terry.
Great to be here, fellas.
It's great to be back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well,
Awesome.
I tell you what, everybody, I have never talked to anybody, Chris, that doesn't like your channel. And when they view it, they always subscribe. So
I appreciate it.
You're doing a good job, a real good job.
Thank you.
I look forward to your videos. So there again, people, if you're going to subscribe to a YouTube channel, Chris's channel is Doubloon Lagoon. Make sure you hit that little bell and ask for all notifications. And the same thing with Treasure Talk. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the little bell. You get notifications anytime we upload anything or go live. So that's something you don't want to miss. So, Phil, take it away.
Okay, well, let's start with Terry first. And Terry, how long have you had the Legend 2?
I've had, I think, probably a couple of weeks now, and I'm really impressed with the machine. I really am.
It's light, and you're liking it. Now, you're not at the beach now, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm at the beach. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
The beach is, I'm not doing that well because the beaches, they're just sanding into everything. My gosh, it's just a ridiculous amount of sand they're pumping in. In fact, Fred and I were down taking the pictures of that today. It's a nice gray color. But no, the machine, I really like it. I've only recovered one ring so far with it, but I like that smaller coil too. I mean, that to me is really a game changer. And one of the that coil, it's amazing. That it's a 6x8 or 5x8 or something like that. But anyway, when I'm digging a hole, I've got a pretty big, I hunt, or detect very close to the water. And I have a lot of times that I have to walk away from a target because I can't, it gets filled in quicker than I can dig. But with that coil, I can actually stick my coil right down in the hole. And
yeah, because it's big, it's smaller than your scoop. So yeah, that works good. And for you folks who don't know, the Legend 2 actually comes with 2 coils. Other detector brands, so you got to buy that extra, and that's another $300 for a coil. So that's kind of a nice setup that Naka did with that detector to set themselves apart. And
I like that small coil. I really do. I used the Legend last year before the 2 come out with a puck coil, a little like a 4 or 6 inch coil. It's a very small coil. Fred and I used it out in the Dakotas, and we just killed it. And then I came home, and I was just going to test the darn thing with that small coil on a cellar hole. And this is one of these cellar holes is just beautiful. I go out there even though I know I'm not going to find anything. And I couldn't believe the amount of stuff that I took out with that small coil. And then just before I came, I got into the river, and there's a small stretch of river. It's rapids normally, right near the highway. I could see my vehicle. I took out I think it was either 16 or 19 rings.
Oh, nice.
It's just unreal. It just.
I wonder is, Phil, you may know this. I do not know the answer to this. That little puck coil, will that work on the Legend 2? Or are they
no.
coils?
No, they're specifically for the detector that it is. So it'll come with this size coil. I imagine down the road, they'll make the magic size coil, the 9-inch and probably the 6-inch. I would think NACA would do that because people love those sizes.
Yeah.
All righty, Terry. Well, let's move on to Fred. Tell us your thoughts on the Legend 2 and how long have you been using it?
I've had it for almost a month now, and out of the box, I took it to the beach out of the box, and there was nothing but chatter. So it needs a little bit of work. I've been doing some extensive testing with it, so I haven't had a lot of beach time. I've been doing a lot of testing, everything from the half real. What I do is I bury stuff at the beach. Everything from a quarter gold coin, quarter ounce, 10th ounce gold coin, a 13-gram necklace, gold necklace, half reals. I was having trouble picking up the half real, and the half real is smaller than a dime, and I had a heck of a time. But I got rid of the chatter, but I lost depth when I got rid of the chatter. So I had to go through a whole bunch of testing, but it's really good now. This is stuff from today. You can see these little small items, these tiny little items here, copper items, lead sinker, and never had any trouble with that at all today. And I was digging stuff three scoops down, 4 scoops down.
Which coil, Fred?
Small coil.
Okay, now with the 11-inch coil, of course, you're going to get a little more depth. With a smaller coil, you do lose depth. But the 11-inch coil, I'm just wondering, what was your depth like on that?
Well, I don't like using the large coil. Number one, it's heavier, and I think you can get a better job done with the smaller coil.
Okay.
Identifying small items. So, I mean, these items that I've been getting here, they're as small as the items you get on a manicore. I mean, we all get little tiny items on a manicore, and it's similar depth and everything. But I was really pleased with that. I got it worked out where I can pick up the half real at about 10 inches deep, which was
that's impressive for sure.
My goal was to get it at 8 inches deep, and I finally got it figured out where I can get it at 10 inches deep. And I'd be glad. In the wet sand. Yeah, wet sand. But we were getting so much. Chris was the same. He was getting chatter coming in the water and stuff. And I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I think Chris is the only one that's been in the water with his L2. I've seen
you getting mostly the chatter in the surf or further out in the water.
I get it in the wave. I was getting it in the wave action coming in. So the waves were coming in. Just in ankle deep water, you're getting the wave action was creating a lot of chatter. So my goal was to get rid of the chatter and not lose the depth. And I think I've accomplished that with I was only doing 6 different adjustments on it. And I was keeping records of all the adjustments and the results from each adjustment and everything. So I tried to do it as scientifically as possible.
Okay.
You can, but now I'm really happy with it now. Terry and I were out this morning getting a whole bunch of sinkers. So this was a good experience this morning because there were so many targets. So we were just going, a foot over, getting another target. So it was really good, and they were all at different depths too. So
That's good. That's good when you're working on testing a machine. If you're finding stuff at varying depth.
Exactly. So
and different sizes and configurations and everything. That's good. So Chris, what about you?
So for me, wet sand, I had a little chatter issues. Really couldn't get the machine above around 20 sensitivity, but that doesn't. I know a lot of you guys talked to Mark, and we had talked about, they really compared, that machine more towards the 900. But I was so impressed with it. I was like, well, I think it's better than the 900. I think it's probably closer towards the Manicore, especially on your dry sand and your land. It actually outperformed the Manicore on the really small gold chains, which I was really surprised. it was hitting. I have a like less than 4 gram, very thin women's gold chain, and at 4 inches, the Manicore was quiet. Where that Legend 2 was loud and clear, and I was just blown away by it. So I like the fact that it pulls up some pretty small stuff. It's amazing battery life. I mean, you can hunt with that thing probably 20 hours, and I could probably only get maybe 8 to 9 out of the Manicore. I would say I love a lot of little features. It does have, like, you know, the little clock on it, let you know when it's time to go home. But yeah, lots of little stuff on it. Water hunting was great. I definitely lost, you know, you're not getting the depth I think that you're going to get out of the Manicore. But again, we're not comparing it to Manicore. I just like to do that to show people what a great machine it is for, like Phil said, half the price. You put in the price of the Manicore and you put in a 9-inch coil, and now you have almost the same price for a machine that, you know, you get a small coil, you can water hunt with it. I love the quality of the headphones. I joked about that in one of my videos. I said they must have slapped a sticker over a Bose headphone because they're just awesome. So that definitely changes the pitch of a lot of tones too. So I would definitely recommend using those headphones in the dry sand. And I need to come get some headphones from you, Phil, for that machine. I've had it for probably, I think, I was in the shop maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So I've had it for a while, been doing some testing. It's durable. It's been great. No flooding. I've had it, you know, pretty wet. I've dropped it a couple of times in the water. So it's pretty good.
So I'm going to ask all three of you guys, and you'll understand this question. And I think all the people viewing want to know the answer to this question. Like Chris alluded to, the Manicore and the Legend 2, each of them is going to have a strong suit that works better on certain items than the other. So let's just kind of go around the horn, and because all three of you have Manicores and used them, and you all three now have the Legend 2 and use them. So let's start with Chris. Let's start with you. Like you said, the gold chains was the thing for you that you were
Yeah, I was so impressed. Like I said, I took a really small earring back that was about 14 karat and just kind of pushed it in the sand, and it was like crispy clear. Probably sounded very similar to those little split shots that Fred was talking about. So just really loud and clear on a little tiny earring back for me was just really impressive. And if I'm in beach mode on the Manicore, I was missing that chain. It was basically quiet, where it was loud and clear. So if I was trying to do a chain recovery in the dry sand, I would actually use the L2.
Okay, Fred, what do you think?
I using the Manicore, it's a really good machine. This one here, I really like it because it's just you can pick up the small stuff. I'm really looking forward to getting it on land because I'm going to Europe in a couple of weeks, and I'll be in England and Belgium, and I'm just looking forward to using it like we do out in the Indian War in the Dakotas, digging out there in the dirt. So I'm just excited about that, and it's the L2's been a really good machine, picking up the small stuff and deep too.
Well, that people always want deep, you know. Deep is good, and if you're getting the good true signals, you know, sometimes you can go deep and it's you know, there's nothing there. It's just it's falsing and just stuff like that. But all you guys have found with a deep signal, the L2, it's giving you a pretty good reading then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Jared, what about you?
You know, I really can't, in all fairness, compare it to the Manicore because I own a Manicore. I bought one. I bit the bullet and got the Manicore and bought the 9-inch coil and that stuff. And I've had it out 2 or 3 times, you know, but I've been very impressed with the Legend 2. You know, I just very happy with it. I'm an old fart, and if something isn't broke, I don't change it. And I'm getting incredible depth, I think. And I'm not having trouble with the falsing because I have a friend that farted around with with the detector for a long time and set up mine. And the only thing that I've noticed that is negative is that when you get a target, every once in a while you'll get that iron tone in there with that target.
Mhm.
And that doesn't affect me because I dig everything. I just do it, and I have no intentions of ever changing it, so that doesn't affect me at all. But I do notice that will happen. But I'm just very impressed with the machine. It's light.
That's a good point, isn't it, Phil? The way it sounds off on the iron, so it lets you know if it's iron or not iron yet.
Exactly. Yep.
What about you other guys? You finding that as well?
Yeah. There's a little bit of an iron signal around some of the things. Even if it's a silver coin, you'll get just a little bit of a squawk of an iron signal, and then you've got your regular silver signal.
The people that spend a whole lot of time trying to analyze whether they should dig the target or not, I think are just they're hurting themselves. I've seen them stand there looking at the numbers and then move 90 degrees, look at the numbers. They could have dug it and moved on, but the length of time they're trying to decide whether they're digging it. Dig those deep targets, and dig the whispers. We had a deal down in Turtle Trail several years back, and it was a different detector I went down there with. But I got there after everybody left, and in 3 days I took 210 musket balls out there by just digging those whispers. And if I got a good signal, I'll take one more scoop.
Hey, it looks like we got a question from the kids who said, you guys ever dig a real deep target that usually give up on thinking it's big iron and ends up being a coin deeper than you thought your detector would go? I can answer that one myself, and that's absolutely. It seems to me that, the deeper the target is, of course, with any detector, the less accurate you're going to be. So you better, like Terry said, you better dig those targets.
That's right. And you better have an Excalibur shovel to dig them if you're digging in the dirt.
Yes, the key day kid was just commenting on that. That's why I put the picture up. He smiled. You better have a really good shovel to dig deep. But let's get back to another question I saw on here on the wet sand. We were talking about a little bit of sensitivity issues. What sensitivity are you running at, Chris?
20.
You're running at 20. Now you drop it down to 16. And
no, it's pretty good at 18, 20. I run like I was talking with Fred was talking about running the recovery speed a little bit lower. I keep mine around like 5 or 6. I think 6 is what it comes with from the factory. So I think lowering it might help a little bit with some chatter. I'll have to do some testing, but I will say it's I picked up a bunch of small earring backs, so really impressive even at 20 sensitivity. You might not be able to get a lot higher like you can on the Manicore, but to pick up an earring back at, a couple inches is pretty impressive.
Yeah, so real sensitive on. And do you have that chain you were testing it with?
Yes, I do. This thing is tiny. Look at this. It's like less than 4 grams, very, very thin. Not really much of a big clasp on there either. So it's I picked this up at 4 inches, I was so impressed.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is good.
That's really good. Because I remember, when part of the DS2's big deal was it works on and that high frequency coil that it picks up gold chains, where a lot of people are having lots of problems with gold chains on all detectors, so that's really good. That's a big bonus.
I'd say my only thing I didn't really love about it was I'm just used to the Manicore separating bottle caps a lot better. Now I know you can up the bottle cap rejection, but you tend to lose a little bit maybe like of that gold chain if you really bump it up higher. So I found on a lot of those bottle caps, I'd have to dig them and get them out of the hole first, and then it would reject them a lot better, give you that iron grunt. And then, but for me, I like being able to know, that on the Manicore that you're almost 99% positive that it's a bottle cap. So that's my only thing I could say, I don't love about it, but maybe with an update upcoming, they can fix that or tune it or tweak it.
And there again, it's the same thing, Chris. As I'm sure you'll say that it's time on the machine to get to know the machine. You really know the manicore, so that helps identify them. So enough time on a different detector, and, you'll learn its little nuances as well.
Yep.
No question to that. That machine will talk to you after a while. It just tells you what's down there. You get used to it.
Do you want me to cover the differences between the Legend and the Legend 2?
Yeah, go for it, Fred.
Sure.
Yeah. So I just printed something out on here. So the target ID has gone from 60 to 99. So that kind of matches the Manicore there. Search mode, they've added a relic mode. So they've got park, field, beach, gold, and they've added relic mode. Audio tones, they've gone from 6 to 7. Battery life has gone to 20 hours, but I wouldn't expect to get 20 hours on it if you're using with the different frequencies, and if you're using the backlighting of the control panel there. Weight has gone from 3 pounds to 2.6 pounds, so we've got a reduction in weight. Frequency shift 13 to 19, and they have both of them have a beach stability mode. Now, reading through the manual, it comes with a factory setting of 5. It's 1 to 5, but they do recommend for salt water, and this is what was causing some of the chatter, that you go to a recommended 4 on that scale for salt water. So that really helped. That really helped the deal.
And that's kind of like the salt sensitivity mode on the Deus too.
Yeah.
Same type of thing. Yeah.
Same type of thing. Yeah. Wireless updates. Bone conduction for all you boneheads that like to use that, and backlit keypad, backlight on the keypad. So it's got a few subtle differences, but it's real similar. It's relatively easy to program and go through. You can adjust your sensitivity real easy.
And big thing is, it does come with a paper manual, doesn't it, Fred?
It does, yes. Some people didn't get it.
Bonus.
But Mark is definitely here's a paper manual right here. But it does come with a paper manual, and Mark's trying to get everybody the paper manual that didn't get one. And
yeah, that's Mark Kaminsky. If people don't know, he is the area manager for U.S. for NACA.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
wonderful fella. And if you ever have any problems or any questions at all, he will answer them for you. He's not going to be one of these guys that says, "I ain't got time for you." NACA always has time for you.
One thing I did find this week was my first fake Escudo.
Ah.
On the beach.
It had chocolate in it, did it, Fred?
No. This is the real deal here. Real fake.
And we're going to do a book, The Real Escudo. That's another book.
Yeah, that's terrible that people put those out on the beach, because I have to be the bearer of bad news when they bring them in the shop. They say, "Oh, look at this treasure I found." And I say, "Oh, yeah, that's cool, but it's not real." And they don't like hearing that. So,
okay, now this is a good question. And it's from Stacy Rakaka, I think it is. Talk about the upgrade on the shaft on the Legend 2.
So it's got a flat spot on the shaft.
So it won't turn on you for sure.
It won't turn on you. So it's a really good strong shaft, and Nokta makes a really good heavy duty product that doesn't leak. The control head doesn't fall off, and in the water, and the antenna doesn't have an antenna, and they just make a really strong product. So I've been using the Legend and the Legend 2 now, using the Legend for over 3 years. So it's been
the last time we were hunting together down in the Tampa area, you were using the Legend all the time. So all three of you have the Legend 2 and the Manticores, and some of you the Legend as well. I think I don't know, Chris, if you have a Legend. you possibly do. So, you know, side by side, weight wise, configurations, ease to read the screen, that type of stuff. Let's cover some of that. Terry, you want to start?
You asked me to start. You know, I guess one of the things, you know, I've got enough detectors that I can bring a new one home, and my wife doesn't realize it's there, and that's the key. One of the important keys. But I have not tried the Manicore that much. I've had it out a couple times. I think it's a heck of a machine. I've heard nothing bad about it, you know. But I like the Legend 2, and if you got confidence in it, you're going to find stuff. I think we've all been out there, looked at a stretch of beach. You figure, well, there's nothing there, and we quit early, you know. With the Legend 2, you got confidence, you're going to keep going, and it makes a huge difference, just what you feel about the machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think?
I do like, even though it's only, they said it's like 3 nickels worth the weight difference between the Manicore and the Legend. It swings unbelievably light. Like, I probably, even in the water, having like the bigger shaft, the drag was very minimum on it. So I really liked it. Feels good. I would say bang for your buck. That thing is awesome.
Well, that's a good point you just made, Chris, because if those out there that are water hunters, they will say, yes, the drag can make or break a hunt, especially if you're out there 6-7 hours. If a detector doesn't glide through the water, it makes a rough old hunt.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's it compresses down real nice, just like other brands. You know, that carbon fiber shaft. It transports real easy now, don't it?
Fits in the jet ski perfect.
Yeah, nice. Hey, real quick, Fred, I need a number between 1 and 12.
9.
Okay, 9. Looks like Dan Jones, you are the winner. I did that quick, didn't I, Jeff?
Yeah, I didn't know what you were doing.
I was going to do it on the computer, but I figured I'd do that real quick. That's the one I had the Facebook group. You had to like my post and share it, and they're getting a $50. Dan Jones, you're getting a $50 and a military uniform button. And
okay, let me put the you got to send your name, address, and phone number right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have my list of people there. So he picked the winner, and it was Dan Jones. So you are the winner. Hopefully you're on here tonight. And I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah, I have not seen him. He hadn't been in the chat that I've seen. So
yeah, I see him right there. Dan Jones 72. Thank you. All righty, Dan, you're the winner. So you get the military button. I dug here in Tampa at Fort Brooks. It's probably 1830s Eagle A button, one piece, and you get a $50. And with the price of silver, that's a nice prize for sure.
Certainly is. It certainly is.
So, guys, tell us a little bit now. Chris, did you relic hunt with any of it up at Digstock?
I did, but having it be a 15-hour drive, I just wanted to be confident in the machine I was swinging. But yeah, I mean, it finds tiny targets. So that 8-inch coil, when you get that in between those home sites and all that trash, we all know those small targets are amazing. I used the 11-inch coil that it came with, like, for one hunt, and then I used the 8 and I never went back. It was a lot quieter. This tone sounded better. I just love that small 8-inch coil.
Well, do you find that you could turn your sensitivity up higher than you
absolutely
could 11-inch coil?
Yep, way less falsing in the water. That was a game changer. I told Mark that was like my favorite thing, is putting that small coil in and just being able to snipe a lot of that small stuff on the beach.
I'm not convinced that you get less depth with it. I really am.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just unreal. I've covered a real small target yesterday, and it was, it was over a foot. I got that great big scoop, put it in there, and the whole scoop was in the hole, and there's part of the shaft that was covered. you know. By the way, I had something different happen yesterday. Somebody grabbed my detector and tried to take it away from me. Stared this bejesus out of me. I was standing there, and all of a sudden, this little gal, she had Down syndrome, and she come running out, grabbed my detector with both hands, and yanked it. Her dad was right behind her. He kind of saved me, but she come back a second time. She really wanted that detector. So.
Yeah. We got a question for you guys. And anybody that knows it, just jump in. It's from Mel Parker. He says, when you change frequency, does it kill the audio like on the Legend?
I never had that problem with the Legend. I didn't have any problems at all with the Legend. It performed great in the water, beach, great on the land, and Terry can vouch for that.
Yeah, no, it's unreal. I've never lost that. He lost the volume. Is that what you were
apparently, yeah. It killed the audio when he switched frequencies. Now, that's why I put the question up. I figured that would be fairly interesting. So,
and the Legend 2 doesn't do that at all.
No.
Okay.
I had no issues
with either one.
And it looks like Dan has got a question for us. Is the NACA going to make a 9-inch search coil for the Legend?
Yep.
That's a good question. Has anybody asked Mark?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already talking about it. Yeah, I think that 9-inch coil, I've said this for a while, is like the magic size.
It'll be a 9-inch round, I think, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah, for the Deus 2, for the Manicore, and now for the Legend 2. I just think it's hopefully they'll make it thin like the ones that like the Deus or the like the Manicore is even thinner, I believe. And it should slide to the water easier too.
Well, from what I understand, it's the M9 coil for the Manicore that's the 9-incher.
Yes.
And everybody really likes it. It's a very nice coil.
Yeah.
And that's what you're running, right, Chris?
Yeah, that was the preferred coil at dig stock too. Everybody that had a Manicore was running that 9-inch coil.
It's
just
just
I think with the smaller coils, they slow you down too. You know, you're worried about coverage, and you slow down to get the coverage, and it just changes your habits. It changes your method of detecting.
Yeah, that was what I kind of thought. With a 9-inch coil, you're going to go a little slower, and you're going to pay more attention to overlapping. And I think you just find more stuff that way.
Agreed.
Yeah, no question in my mind, anyway.
Yeah, and 513 Dig says if you look on the NACA site, there is a 9-inch round coil listed for the Legend 2. So they must realize it.
It's listed in the back of the manual as well.
You better get that in stock, Phil.
Yeah, I better, because people are going to be wanting that one for sure.
Well, as soon as they come out with it, he'll have it in stock.
Yes. So what do you guys thought on the gold? How sensitive is it to gold? Because let's face it, gold $5,200, I believe, an ounce. We all want to find the gold. So,
well, I've done testing with 1/10 of an ounce and 1/4 of an ounce, and 1/4 of an ounce was no problem at all. Nor was the 1/10 of an ounce. Now I'm talking, 8 to 10 inches. It was picking it up easy.
Wow.
And I saw Chris, you had the necklace there, or bracelet, whatever that was.
Yeah, that was less than 4 grams, super tiny, very small clasp on it. So I was just super impressed that it picked it up at 4 inches, which the Manicore, it was silent. So I was super, super impressed.
Yeah, anything that little at 4 inches, I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, if you're going to find something that small at 4 inches, you're going to find the big one at 8 or 12 inches.
Yeah, here's a 1/4, and there's the chain. So pretty small, and with it stretched out nice and thin, I mean, this thing is like, there's not much to it.
Yeah. Well, that's impressive. That's really good to know. That's a heck of a selling point, I think, for the Legend 2.
Absolutely. And especially when the price $9.99 compared to other detectors like the Deus 2 or the Manticore. I think those are the top three detectors on the high end scale. Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think one of the really big selling points is the battery life, because you've got people going over to England and they're using a Manicore and they have to charge their battery on their machine during the lunch break.
Yep.
And for us, I'm going to England and I'm going to be metal detecting all day, and I'm not going to worry about my battery life at all. And they are coming up with a external waterproof battery. So that's an extra battery you can put on.
Nice.
Just like they've got one on the Legend. They've got an external battery that slides right on, and you charge that up, and you can use that. And I think it gives you another 11 hours or something. But they are coming out with the external waterproof battery.
Yeah.
Very good. Now let's talk a little bit about the headphones. What do you guys think about the Legend 2 headphones?
I'm very positive about them. I think they're great. No problem.
Are they good and comfortable? Because a lot of times they'll come out with detectors come out with headphones and they are not comfortable. Case in point, the Deus 2 with the ones that, those were not comfortable.
I think I've got a weird size head because mine always slide forward, or maybe I bend over too much, man, or something. But
it's a lot of slickness there, Terry.
The battery life on the battery life on those headphones is just as good as the machine. Like you can
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I used them all day. Then I switched my phone over, listened to a podcast. I really like the side button, the Manicore headphones. Their buttons are kind of underneath and they're kind of hard to reach. So you can up and down the volume by just the push on the side of the headphone. I love them. They're awesome.
They charge rapidly too. I mean, I'm amazed how quick they charge up.
Yeah.
I flew to Japan 2 years ago with the Legend and the headphones, and I would listen to music it was a 14-hour trip, and I was listening, hooked up to my phone and listening to the music on my headset most of the time. They're comfortable. They're really comfortable headset.
Because that's really good. Because that's another thing with some of the MindLab headphones. Those cost headphones, they're just not comfortable. And the ones that come with the Excalibur were terrible. And some of the others, even the wireless ones, were not great. Now they've made changes, I think, and gotten them so they're much, much better. But there's nothing worse than a set of headphones that the tones aren't good, or the volume's not good, or they're just uncomfortable, especially on a windy day.
Yeah, you need the larger ear muffs to cover your whole ear so that the beach wind doesn't block out the sound. So those I hadn't looked at them. Are they the same as what's in the Legend?
I believe so. Yeah. And they're really good in the we get a lot of wave action over on the East Coast, so that tends to drown out a lot of your sound, and especially on a windy day too. So they really help because they really enclose your ears and block out a lot of that noise.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm sure that since all the headphones work for Naka products, the Gray Ghost or the Thresher will work on those. And didn't we plug those in, the Gray Ghost, Chris, when you were here?
Yeah, they worked.
Yeah, so those are very comfortable too, that are completely waterproof. And I'm sure Naka, I think someone told me Naka bought a waterproof headphone brand, and they're going to come out with some new waterproof headphones for that. I hope I'm correct.
Yeah, I think I know which one it was.
Yeah.
And so do you.
Yes, I think so. At least that's what the scuttlebutt was, is that they bought a brand of waterproof headphones, and they were going to come out with some for sure.
Yeah, that would be good. So you got anything else you want to give away, Phil?
Yeah, let's do a swag pack.
Okay, because I don't know. I don't. I think the. Let me see if I've got the.
If we can, we just won't do it.
I do not have the thing anymore.
Okay, no worries.
So we'll just have them pick a number or whatever. Do whatever you like.
No, I don't have any way of doing it now.
Well, it's a swag pack. So
No, I
what
don't have any way to do. Can you
just write down a number between 1 and 100, Phil. Write down a number.
Yeah, and the person who picks that number. Okay.
Now, what we'll do is let's have the Billy goat give us a number from between 1 and 100.
I will go with
Well, don't
89.
tell.
With what?
89.
89. Okay, that's the number. So we got to find somebody that.
I'm not following how you're going to do this, Jeff.
I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
I think you gave the number out to
I don't care. Let's do one between 89 and 100, and you guys hashtag and then a number between 89 and 100, and then we'll go back and
All right.
to pick the number. So that's how you enter for the swag pack. Hashtag a number between 89 and 100.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay. And so somebody puts in 46.
Oh, goodness, too funny.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, it looks like they got it. They got it going.
Yeah, they're getting it now.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see. So
Okay.
all right, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the detector price. That unit is the street price is $9.99. What you get with that is you get the two coils, which is exceptional in itself, right there. Because you buy a Deus 2 coil, and you're looking at $400 for one of those. So that
Easily $400 for a Deus 2 coil.
yes,
More than that. It's almost 500, isn't it?
yeah, I think they put a tariff on them. They were like $429 unless they added more, but maybe that's going to come off. I don't know.
Who knows? It's still a lot of money.
Yes. So, if the two coils with the Legend is just an excellent buy, especially for somebody who wants to upgrade and they've already used a Legend before. Do you think, Fred, it's pretty similar to the other Legend, the programming of it?
Yeah, it's a little different, but yeah, it's
Similar.
Yeah, a lot of the same things.
Like when you're used to using a Mac computer and you have to jump ship to a PC or vice versa. If you're already using a Legend, I think it would be a lot easier just to jump to it. But for somebody who wants a better detector, an upgrade, like somebody coming off of a single frequency detector, like a Garrett or whatnot, or even an old White's, I think that detector would be an excellent jump up. Because go ahead.
I'll bring my Legend 2 to the TCAS hunt. If anybody wants to use it, they're more than welcome to give it a try.
I'm gonna have mine there, and Terry's gonna have his there also.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If I can use it and I can run it, anybody can do it. I mean, when it comes to technology, my grandkids and my great grandchildren are much better than I ever thought of being.
All righty. Well, how are we going to do this drawing, Jeff?
I have no idea. I tell you what, I'm so out of practice, and with updates on the computer, I lost my
the number picker.
So yeah.
No, let Chris be the number picker then.
Well, yeah, but how many? We ain't gonna go back and look at this. A lot of people put in the same number.
It would have to be the first one to pick it. See, I had the name written down.
There you go.
The first one to pick that number. So pick a number, but it looks like they went from 89 to 100, and then they've got all different numbers they picked.
Yeah, then there's some that were 12s and 15s and 47. I don't know.
Well, they're not going to be able to program
I'm
it.
getting too old for this stuff. I mean,
Yeah, me too, Jeff, for sure. So, Chris, pick a number between 89 and 100. That'll be the first one. That's what
I'll
we
go with 33.
That's not between 89 and 100. Do that one
Oh,
first.
89 and 100. Wait. Well,
We're just
but a
messing
bunch of
up.
people put tons of numbers between
I know
1
they
and
did.
1 through 100.
pretty soon, Chris, you're going to see the hook come in and get you.
Yeah.
Man. Give you a
Jeff said 89 to 100. I think someone else said 1 through 100. So a lot of people put 1 through 100.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, what number did you pick?
33.
33. Do we have a 33?
Yeah, there's some people have 33. Let's go back. Let me scroll back and get the first one.
You got one. I see JBP Hobbyist.
That'll work. She
That's
got
the winner.
33. She's the winner.
She's the winner. We'll make that real easy.
There you go.
So she knows the drill.
Yes. All righty.
Okay, we're not doing that no more.
No, we're done with that for sure.
I tell you, folks, it's really great being on the show again. I've missed you. I really
Yeah,
have.
we missed it too, and it's good that we still remember how to do it, isn't it, Jeff?
Hey, well, speak for yourself there, son. Because I'm going, I don't know.
Yeah, last month or a few weeks ago, I couldn't even get my computer to open up on StreamYard, so I had to call my daughter in and get her to help me get going, and she did it. But yeah, so anyway,
Changed a lot of stuff, and I didn't keep up with it.
yeah, I'm
And,
gonna have to do it.
StreamYard has a random picker that I had, and you do updates on the computer and it goes away. So
Yeah.
All
right, so let me ask you guys this: the Legend 2 comes with the backpack kit. Do you guys use the backpack?
I've got the backpack and I'm using it to go to Europe on the 18th. It's got room to hold two metal detectors. I'm going to have one check one as luggage and carry one on the backpack, have my laptop, have all my other stuff right in there. There's plenty of room. There's a ton of room in that backpack.
Now, Fred, when you're hunting, do you use a backpack out in the field?
I do. I use a small backpack out in the field.
Okay,
I can put your towel in it and several other items in there.
cool. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do much field hunting, but in the water, I use like a camel bag with like for water, and then a little waterproof case for like extra GoPro batteries and whatnot. But I will be using the bag that I got from you for the upcoming cruise, metal detecting cruise, and it fits the travel shaft and my extreme scoop in there, plus the two machines. So yeah, that's a nice little backpack.
Okay, yeah, it is. It's impressive. How about you, Terry? You use the backpack when you're out in the field hunting?
Yeah, I use the backpack a lot, especially up in Minnesota when I was in the river and that stuff, because I'm away from everything. And one tip that I learned this year, Fred was with me, carry a pliers type thing to be able to cut fish hooks. Fred and I were out detecting. I run a fish hook right through my finger, and we had to walk all the way back to the car to get a pliers to cut it so I could keep it detecting. But the backpack and the water, especially now it's getting hotter and that stuff. Use the electrolytes and that stuff. They were cautioning people on TV today about the heat stroke and stuff like that. So the backpack is a very valuable tool. But one thing I'm not sure of this, I don't fly very much. I used to be a pilot. That's probably why I don't fly. But when you travel, you have to carry your detector as a carry-on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because of the batteries?
Yes, correct.
So
yeah, plus the way they handle baggage.
Yeah.
Well, years ago, I would pack my detector in my suitcase with my clothes all around. So I guess you can't do that anymore with these new bags.
I was told that you can put them in your luggage. You just can't have loose batteries, but you can put a metal detector in your checked luggage.
Oh,
So I've got to do a little bit more research on that just to make sure that part is good to go.
Okay.
Guess it depends on who you fly, because I got turned down. I had to run back out of the terminal, get my Manicore, unscrew the head, and then put it in my backpack, or else they weren't gonna fly. And that was out of Connecticut, but
Yeah.
that's I learned kind of the hard way. So
Oh,
I guess
oh.
I would stick it in your carry-on just to
Oh.
be safe. You keep the coil, keep the shaft, everything else in there, but
I'm taking 2 machines. I'm going to take the Manicore as a backup to
Okay.
the L2. So yeah, I'll find out here real
Yeah.
quick.
give yourself some extra time. I almost missed my flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, you
Fred,
never know what's going on now. With the TSA,
You're right.
who knows? So I hope you guys have a pleasant flight, Fred.
Thank you.
Are you flying into Heathrow, or you just go right from to Belgium first, or?
No, I'm going to fly into Gatwick, London Gatwick, which is a little bit south, but then I'm going to take a train to Cambridge and then on up to Norfolk. My cousin has a farm up there, and he's going to hook me up with some of the farmers there. And then I go to Belgium. I got friends in Belgium, and I'm going to take the train from London to Belgium, which only takes an hour and a half underneath the channel, and then I'll be up in Belgium for a week, detecting up there, Roman and Viking stuff up there,
Well, that'll be
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
That'll be fun.
and possibly some World War II stuff too.
Now, you going to be able to get Terry in your backpack, Matt?
I don't think they make a backpack big enough.
He's going to miss me. But I want to mention before we go off too that TCAS, our Metal Detecting Club, is having their big hunt this coming weekend. And
This Saturday.
it's going to be a fun time, some great prizes, a great time, and
They've got raffles for a metal detector, and they've got raffles for I think is it a 1 or 2 real? I think it's a 2 real. I don't know. And then they're going to have a 50-50 raffle. So far, there's almost 100 people signed up for that hunt.
and they're doubling the size of the hunt, of the field that you hunt. And I think that's a biggie. You get these, you get 100 people on a small field or 50 people, and 10 minutes later, the hunt's virtually over. It's, cleaned out. This is going to be, virtually almost a whole park. It's going to be a big hunt, and, big area to hunt. And that's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Fred, Angie, 5673, who's from the UK, wants to know, where in the UK are you going?
I'm going to Norfolk.
nice.
Okay.
Well, guys, it looks like our hour is just about up. So I want to thank everybody on here, all the Treasure Talk members on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you guys, Terry, Fred, and Chris, and Jeff, and for coming on here and sharing some wisdom on the new Legend 2. And remind folks, if you want to pick one of those up, we got them in the store, and you could call me tomorrow. We can get it shipped out to you. And of course, we've always got them on special. So holler at me tomorrow if you like one. And I'll turn it over to you, Jeff.
Yes, indeedy. Well, guys, the 2 goats and the Billy, we appreciate you coming on tonight. And I know, Chris, you were probably just wasted from the drive home. So we appreciate you coming on with us tonight. And there again, I want to reiterate to all you people out there, if you are not subscribed to Chris's channel, Doubloon Lagoon, you need to do that, because I promise you, you will learn a whole bunch of stuff, and he makes great videos, and you really want to subscribe to that channel. Do yourself a favor. And as always, if you're looking for any good reading material, Terry, how many books you got out now?
I got 9 books. I'm just working on my 10th one right now.
Okay, and Fred?
I got 4. I'm working on my 5th one.
And that's good. So once they get their books ready, we'll do another special show. I don't know how often we're going to do shows. When something worthwhile comes out, like a Terry book or a Fred book, and maybe even a Chris book, we'll hop on and we'll do a show. And I always try to give you plenty of notification. We'll get stuff worked out where we can do some giveaways again. But I think the general consensus is the Legend 2 is well worth the money it cost you. It'll increase your fines. You have a really good detector, and you heard it from these guys here, and they know because they're the legends. That being said, happy hunting, everybody. Dig deeper, and always remember, if Phil doesn't have it in stock, you don't need it.
You don't need it, for
Good
sure.
luck out there, everybody.
And dig
Thank you
deeper.
much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see.
Thanks, Tara, Chris, Fred. See ya on the flip
See you,
flop,
guys.
guys. Thanks, guys.
Excellent show. We'll see you.
Take care.
See you, Jeff.
See ya.